Yo, how you doing, man? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Bitcoin special. You're muted at the moment, Diego. We can't hear your voice, unfortunately. Oh, no microphone. Yeah? No, still can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Microphone issues. Modern technology, eh? We always seem to have problems. We always seem to have problems with these things. Anyway, I'll introduce whilst waiting for Diego to get himself sorted. So, look, it's the Bitcoin special, right? It's the Bitcoin special. Where is Bitcoin headed? What are we doing with Bitcoin now? Where are we going to go? Are we going to get to 100K? Yes, we are. My microphone's over there, so bring that over. You can probably hear me better. How is everyone today? So, the viewers out there at the moment, those of you who haven't been here so far, we like interaction with you guys. We like this. This is your podcast. This is your live stream. We're here to help you guys learn to be better traders. So we want to hear from you in the chats. We want to hear from you in the comments, and we want to find out, a bit about your trading, what you're doing at the moment. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Are we going to be aiming for 100K? Are we going to get to 100K anytime soon? Let's have a look. I think what we'll do is we'll do some analysis.
That's fantastic.
There you are. You're back. How you doing? You okay?
It was connected to some AI thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
You do sound really, really quiet. That's the only thing. That might be me. Let me turn the speakers down. Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, it's my speakers. How you doing?
Testing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, lovely. All good.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, excited for today. There should be a lot to cover, especially crypto, Bitcoin, and everything else. There's a lot to do. We're gonna be talking about, what we're expecting the next few weeks, the next few months, how to time the top, how to scale out, whether you're investing, how it affects the markets, the dollar, especially Trump winning the next 4 years is going to be quite bullish overall for the market, I believe. But yeah, interesting times, to be fair.
Should we start and just do some we'll both do our higher time frame narrative. We'll do a really quick analysis on Bitcoin. Do you want to go first or shall I go first?
I can go first. Yeah? 100K is coming up.
Yeah, I mean, there's only really one way it can go. I mean, you'd be naive to think it's going to do anything else other than just keep climbing now. I think, look, cryptocurrency is here to stay. I don't think we can ignore that fact anymore. It just is what it is. It's here to stay. And, when you've got endorsement from China are big on crypto, obviously, any of the big tech countries are big on crypto. And obviously now you've got, Trump who's big on crypto as well. It kind of can't fail. I'm not sure about, the other currencies, to be fair, like the utilization, even things like Ethereum these days are, a lot of people are calling for that to be a bit of a nonsense coin now, that it's not really that effective in kind of modern world. But Bitcoin itself, I think is, it's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere.
100%. Unless it, maybe in 10, 20 years time, it's the biggest rug in history.
Yeah. Maybe.
Imagine if Satoshi is there's one person or some government agency and all of a sudden they decide to just pull everything. That's possible. I'll never leave that out of the table, to be fair. But yeah, let me share my screen.
I wouldn't be surprised. The thing is though, right? Right? These coins, and welcome Saqib. How are you? Hope you're well on Twitter or X, whatever we want to call it. Welcome Saqib. For us, it doesn't really matter because ultimately our job is as traders to speculate and use our analysis and use our strategy to make money. So even if it is a rug pull, we can still make money off it. We can still, watch price and see how it reacts to our strategies and test on it and make money from it. That's all I really care about. I don't, with the greatest respect, I don't really care about the big picture or where it's going to end up or whatever. Because I can make money just like you. I can make money whether I'm going long. I can make money when I'm going short. So neither of us really care about how the euro is against the dollar. We don't really care about how Bitcoin is against the dollar. You know what I mean? All we care about is, can we make money off it?
Just in and out. Like even Bitcoin, do you trade it? Do you hold it?
I long-term trade it. So I was pretty good about 4 or 5 years ago. I put a chunk of cash in, and then I kind of just filter cash into it. So I've got a bit of spare cash or something that's sitting in the business account and needs to do something with, I'll put it into Bitcoin and things like S&P and various other things. So I class it as one of my long-term investments. It's not a pot that I would want to touch anytime soon.
Got it. That makes sense.
Hey Lawrence, welcome, dude. Hope you well. I've always wondered, are you deadlifting, snatching, or clean and jerking? So that's my sport Olympic weightlift, and it looks like you're setting up for a snatch. But I don't know. I've always wondered in your picture. It looks like your arms are wide. You've got a lovely flat back position. Although if you are snatching, I'd like your bum to be a little bit higher, if I'm honest. But other than that, I think that's a lovely little starting position. Yes, it was a snatch. I knew it. Setting up for a big one. Love it. I had a PB the other day. You'll be pleased to hear, Lawrence. 92.5. I'm getting closer and closer to the 100K club overhead. Not sure it's going to happen anytime soon because my back keeps going every time I get close. Yeah, you're bang on, M-Zone. He is snatching, absolutely. M-Zone, welcome. Where are you from, M-Zone? I don't think have you been here before? And if you have been here before, welcome. Sorry, if you haven't been here before, welcome. It's good to have some new faces. Have we got any new faces? Have we got any new faces in the chat? Got any new faces out there? It'd be good to hear from you. Nepal. Lovely. What's it like in Nepal at the moment? Is it miserable and grey like it is in England? I mean, that is one thing that I'm really upset about, Diego.
The weather. Oh gosh.
I hate it.
Only the last 2 weeks it kicked in. Like all of a sudden it's dark at 4 or 5 p.m. Yeah. The temperatures dropped. This week is like 4 degrees.
I know.
Something silly.
I know.
Yeah, well, it's only for 2 months, 2-3 months, and then it's recovers.
I don't mind the winter if it was like proper winter. Like if it was raining and like if it was snowing and like nice like crisp mornings and stuff where I could like wrap up warm. Like for example, at the moment I'm stuck between like I'll go for a run at the moment, right? And I don't know whether to put a jumper on or not. That's my concern with it. Is that because if I go out and put a jumper on, I get too hot.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think right now it's shirt weather. When it's 4-6 degrees, it's fun. But when it gets to 0 or -0, I think that's when you start wearing like a little hoodie.
Yeah, fine.
Rocky vibe.
Zero.
Listen to Eye of the Tiger, as you know. When you're...
Fair enough.
Cool. Let me start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just making sure my mic's on. Yeah, it's a different kind of fish. It's one thing looking at the technicals, is another thing actually looking at all the other confluences that go alongside of it to actually, time the top and kind of, for you to stay in the zone, you need to be looking at a lot of different metrics, such as Bitcoin dominance and a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, regarding the technicals, from what I can see, this is just a massive range. To be fair, it's just stuck in a range. So this is just accumulation for it to go a lot higher. And
what chart is this?
What's that?
What chart is this? What time frame?
This is Bitcoin 15-minute. Right?
15 minute,
so it's nothing important. Obviously, if you're looking to scale in, I'll be looking at obviously these lows, preferably the low down here if it even goes there.
Yeah.
This one here. Higher time frame, obviously when you're looking at Bitcoin, the 15-minute is a waste of time. But if you want to scale in, it's good to be looking at, the ranges and everything. In terms of where price is at and where it's going, it's just the BOT just playing out perfectly at the moment. You can see that 100K is programmed. And we've got 1, 2, there's 3, there's no... It's going to update into a new Elliott wave 3, so it's indecisive at the moment.
Yeah.
So what I'll be expecting is price to form a new 3 at 100K, as you can see.
Okay.
Once that pulls back, I will update the Elliott wave, and I'll be expecting this trend line to get hit for a new Elliott wave 4, and potentially get a pullback towards 65,000. And I wouldn't be surprised that that'll be a healthy pullback, right? Or a new long. But at the moment, the target would be this trend line. That's the target right there.
Yeah.
And you can just see 100K is programmed. Now, is there a chance for Bitcoin to just smash through this trend line and go to the next target of the third trend line tap here? 1, 2, 3, targeting around 250K? Maybe, but that's just plan B, right? That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting either profit taking and then a continuation, or surprise everyone, they just go parabolic. Either way, 100k is a very, very conservative target. It's a very good area to be banking some profit. And lately, I've seen a few whales bank profits. You know, I saw some wallets where they closed like 900 million or something crazy, right? But they bought when Bitcoin, you know, at the very, very start, you know, like back in 2015 or whenever, and they actually held all the way until now. Legend. So that's what I've got in terms of Elliott waves and patterns. It's extremely clear to me, you know, extremely clear. 100k target one.
Nice.
That's what I've got. I don't know what else I can add Fibonacci extensions and whatnot, but I don't have to. This trend line is minimum 100k. That's what I'm expecting.
So you'd be selling them from that 3 if you got a nice sell setup, would you? Or would you just be waiting for 4 and then buying?
If I was I don't buy Bitcoin. I don't buy it. I never buy Bitcoin, to be fair. But if I did buy Bitcoin, I would wait for a pullback here. I'll wait for this trend line to have a reaction and have some form of a pullback.
Yeah.
And on that pullback, I'll be looking at the H4 for some form of a setup.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I don't know, maybe. I'll need some form of a setup, or something like this, and then some form of a pattern, some liquidities over here to look at, and then just look for a long somewhere, you know, and then I'll be looking at this trend line somewhere. If I were to get involved in a long, but I've missed the boat now anyway.
Yeah.
I've definitely missed the boat. But it'll be something like this. If I were to get involved in a long, I'll be waiting for this. It's just the same setup that I trade over and over again. You can just see it's all fractions. I do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I'll look at liquidity here. So 1, 2, most likely, potentially from this liquidity there.
Yeah.
And maybe even this one. So 75/65 is where I'll be looking to buy. But buying it now, extremely. You'll make profit, but I think it's a very bad entry. So I'll still expect the price to come up another 10% before there's some profit taken. But I think this long here, if there is a long here, somewhere down here, on a fake out from plan A or plan B, that could be a nice long towards this Elliott wave 5 potentially. And then you just keep on repeating the process, you know? You update the Elliott wave 5, you move it forward, you update the patterns as you go along. This 4 becomes a new 4. That new low gets updated, and you're using your fair value gaps, you're using your order blocks or whatever, for the session manipulation. But once it's time to act on them based on the Elliott waves, that's when I personally apply SMC concepts, only when it's an Elliott wave.
Yeah.
Right now, it's in the middle of no man's land. So expecting it to go higher. So that's my game plan, to be fair.
Nice.
So,
I like it.
Yeah. Not much to add. In terms of anticipating when there'll be a major reversal on Bitcoin, I think its time is coming up slowly. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, on BTC dominance, all that means is when all the whales and all the traders and all the big players, they are going to start extracting profit from their longs, right? So when the Bitcoin dominance chart finds the top, that means that in terms of the crypto market, they will shift the profits into large caps that have not pumped yet. That's when out season starts, as you know.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's happening right now. So you can just see, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So there's basically a top there, and we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got 5 there. And I think this trend line just has to be updated. You can see there's a boomerang. There's a double boomerang, and it's found the top. And look, this was in 2021 when the last bull market happened in terms of the out season.
Yeah.
This is when the large caps and the mid caps, they started pumping when Bitcoin dominance found the top, or it started dropping. There we go. That lasted for, let me see, April, a couple of months, and I'm expecting the same. So now the Bitcoin dominance chart is basically reacting of this massive, now you can start applying the SMC stuff. And look, there's a massive weekly order block right there. Nice little area there.
Yeah.
And there we go, it's reacting off it. And there you go. So if you were to get involved in the crypto market, now is a very, very good time to start buying some cryptos. Now that there's traders and whales and all these guys holding Bitcoin, they're taking profits right now. So what's going to happen with the actual Bitcoin chart? It's not going to be timed exactly the same. There's always going to be a little lag. But you're going to see it's going to start ranging, dropping, pulling back. You'll see it start slowing down. So that's what I've got for Bitcoin.
Nice.
Yeah, pull back soon.
Nice.
Cool. Then I've got any question. Let me see, Lawrence, hold on. You said an ounce when Bitcoin hits 100K, or just playing the outs technically by themselves. No, I wouldn't be selling outs when Bitcoin hits up 100K. I'll actually be buying outs because Bitcoin dominance has found the top, and that means the liquidity is now going to go into outs. So it's a good time to buy outs, not sell them. Right, but remember, there's a lag. It will last a few months, right? So if you start buying outs now, they're going to start going parabolic for a few months, like Bitcoin did. And that's it. You just have to be, once you see your profits, and then you use your technicals and you come out and just hold it for a few months, and that's it. Because when Bitcoin, what's going to happen with Bitcoin, it's hard to say whether it's going to rally for 4 years just because Trump won, right? So it's quite hard. But a pullback, definitely on the cards. But this pullback is either going to go to this pattern here, or it could even form into a larger pullback. That massive pullback here could be a bit of a short-term bear market for alts. So is it really worth holding alts? You still need to be a trader. If you see a technical setup, take profit, leave it on a dollar wallet or whatever, and buy it when you see another setup, and also leave some coins holding. So it's a good time to buy outs, to be fair. Okay, fair, that answers that question. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions, everyone?
Guys, jump in the chat if you have any questions.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, what's those of you who are watching along, what's your expectation for Bitcoin now? What you expecting to happen? Where do you think it's going to be heading to? So I jump on and do some analysis on my side as well.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. My target's 100K on Bitcoin. That's my first target. Yeah, that's it. Nice. 100K. That's what I've got. So you can share it, and then after I can share a Twitter post, and it kind of shows you different metrics in terms of kind of time to top. Nice. Quite advanced crap, if anyone's interested in that. Yeah, let me remove. Lawrence, what meme coin is the next 100x?
I wouldn't be making those calls. I would not be making those calls.
Memes are actually, you'd be surprised. Memes, you can have a lot of fun with memes, to be fair. Yeah.
Right. So for me, I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, and obviously seeing that it is, really, really extended. We've had a massive push. This is the daily chart. Had a massive push since the start of November, and much like Diego, I'm expecting a pullback. Now, where we get that pullback from is really difficult to understand, simply because we're in uncharted territory, right? We've never been this high before. So for me, I'm just watching and waiting. Now, right now, I'm in a very clear bullish range. So I'm not going to be, let's have a quick look. So I've got a range here, and then I've actually got another range here. So I'm actually in a position where I could look for longs still. Nothing indicates to me that we're going to go short. So if I want to consider a short on this market, and I'm talking like a bigger play, then I need to wait for structure to come in, some sort of manipulation, and then I can take a smaller structure off here to sell back down. Okay, my targets will be somewhere, in this discounted area. That's what I would be looking for. Right now, however, I am still in a bullish range. So this 4-hour pattern here, this for me is a bullish range. You'll be able to see it clear on the 1 hour. Okay, this for me here is a nice range that we can be taking trades from. So it's pretty simple for me. I'm looking then at my lower time frames. I'm seeing that obviously we're creating new bullish structure. Potentially there's a long setup here. If this isn't a reversal, right now I'm not really fighting anything of this. So if I look at my overall structure.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What made you pick the first low on the left rather than the second low? Since the second low was the low that made the new high.
Just because of the way the 4-hour is printing. So I use primarily 4-hour ranges, but you could argue that is also a valid low. So I use the 4-hour. I was often going and refine. When I'm looking at the refinement, I mean, technically this one is a range. Technically it is. And then technically it is. To be fair, it doesn't matter a huge amount because
fib clusters basically. You have ranges in the same spot.
That's it. The discount here is very similar to the discount here, right? So this area ultimately is an area that we could look at as a discount area we could be taking longs from. For me, I'm looking at this, I'm just seeing bullish. Everything is bullish, and we have had a bit of a pullback here. So this was our bullish momentum up here. We have, as you can see, had a bit of a bullish pullback here. Okay, but now we have once again shifted. Sorry, a bearish pullback here, and then we've once again shifted bullish. So, price is quite confused at the moment, and it is stuck in this range. So, I've got a low here, and I've got a high here. So we're stuck within this range at the moment. And I want to see some sort of, really clear internal structure. Right now, the structure is effectively bullish. We've had a sweep here. I don't consider this a place that we would look for sells from, by the way. This for me is just a trap. This is a smart money trap. This is where that single push down tricks people into thinking the market is going to go short. And ultimately what I would expect is that the market's probably going to go long and take some higher prices. Now, it might not do that. It might pull back into here and then give us a new low. And if it does give us the new low, then we can trade it bearish. But certainly from a long-term perspective, right now, I'm bullish on the marketplace. And I can't see anything indicating to me that we're going to go long. Even if we did get a bit of a pullback, if I was taking sells in here, for example, something like that, I'd be happy to take a sell from there. But I have to remember that this level is ultimately going to limit price. And the likelihood is that we're probably not going to get much lower than this. I'm not really a speculator when it comes to trading. I just literally trade what the market shows me. Right now, the market is showing me bullish ranges within a bullish higher time frame market, bullish 15-minute structure that's pushing up, pulling back, pushing up. We've got a little bit of a pullback here, okay, and then a sweep, and then obviously we've had more bullish structure. So it's all just looks very bullish, and there's potentially even a trade here right now. If I jump to 1 minute,
might as well take it, huh?
No, I don't trade it anymore. If I'm looking at this chart, this is my trap up here. There's not actually a bad trade here, to be fair. Manipulation in here. If I get an engulf in there, I'm taking that trade. That would be my entry here. Stop there. First profit target would be at the bottom of that trap. And the final profit target would be somewhere up there. So we take TP1 would be here. TP1 would be there. TP1. And then TP2 will be all the way up here. What I'll be looking for right now. And do you know what? That itself, if I look at the 15-minute chart, you've had a 15-minute sweep there as well, and a lovely rejection. Yeah. That for me is a pretty decent trade, to be fair. Ability's been taken, structure's coming on the 1-minute chart.
Right.
Genuinely not a bad trade. As in, like, that is a pretty picture perfect setup for me. Bullish structure, bullish structure, bullish structure, everything that we need, and then we're now in. So that would be me in that trade.
If that was Euro, would you grade it as a star or like a B setup?
This is A grade setup.
Nice.
This is an A grade setup because I've got bullish structure. So I've got high time frame daily is bullish. My 4 hour is bullish. My 15-minute is making new highs and failing to make new lows whilst sweeping sell-side liquidity and then creating new highs. And then I've come back down. I've swept liquidity once again. So that's a false breaker structure. I mark that on as what's called an FB. So FB, first break or false break. That goes on as a first break or false break. False breaks always leave behind traps, typically. That's a much more likely setup than price going short. And yeah, I'll be buying that back up all day long. All day long.
Awesome.
Very nice trade. Very nice trade. I was, just before this session, I was also in a Euro USD trade. Been taken out for break even now, as you can see, but I might get another setup on this potentially. We'll see how we play out. But if I can get a trade on this before the session ends, I'll let you guys know.
Nice.
Yeah. Guys, what are your thoughts then? So we've got the 70 of us in this chat now, which is lovely to see. It's big numbers for halfway through, to be fair, for us anyway. So we're getting more and more viewers every single week, which is fantastic. But we want to hear from you guys. Who have we got in the chat today? Speak out to us, reach out to us. If you're on X, pop us a message. If you're on YouTube, pop us a message. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Bitcoin, where you think's heading next. What also is the next big coin as well? What is everyone else watching? We'd be really interested to see, because I don't know, how clued up are you on crypto? How do you keep yourself really up to date with the market?
In crypto, yeah, more or less. Yeah.
What do you trade it yourself?
I trade it. I don't trade it in terms of trade it like buy and sell. I just I hold long term, and in other coins I'll take profit if there's a technical setup, and then the profits I'll just leave it in stables. Okay. I'll just leave it there until I see a buy set up on another coin, and then look at the profits, and then just keep on repeating that.
I just feel like I keep up to date with it. I kind of, from the outskirts, I'd say is probably the best way to put it. But it's another market to monitor. It's another market to pay attention to. You can get overwhelmed sometimes, can't you, with how much you can do it. Have you ever traded it like day traded it, like you do with your kind of classic, like your forex pairs?
I did. I had a few. I've done a few buys and sells on crypto, but it's just just can't bother. It's the same as doing. I might as well just do FX. It's not worth it. I'd rather just invest in it and then take profit and then relocate the profit and whatnot. But trading it, to be fair, it's the technicals are probably respected a little bit more than FX. It's not as manipulated yet. If that makes sense. You'd be surprised.
See, that's why I stopped trading Bitcoin, is because of the manipulations.
Well, isn't that a good thing, the manipulations?
The way I traded back then, I just kept getting like swept out of trades, like big sweeps, like slippage sweeps, like for non-news event stuff. Sometimes it was great. Sometimes you could be in a position and you wake up like in the morning at like 10x. A lot of the time, I'd be in a position and it would just sweep me out completely. Maybe if I went back to it now, older and wiser and more skillful as a trader, maybe it might work slightly better. I don't know.
Probably,
yeah. Maybe. Guys, who's trading cryptos at the moment? Do any of you trade it on a daily basis? Reach out to us in the comments. Let us know what you're trading. Let us know what your positions on. It's great to hear from you guys. If you have any charts as well you'd like us to look at, whether it might be Ethereum or Polka or whatever you may be trading, then let us know. We always like to hear from you guys in these sessions. We want the interaction from you as well. We want you guys to see this as your live stream. This is for you. This is for you so that we can help you understand, where markets are headed, what's going to happen next. So reach out to us in the comments, reach out to us in the chat, and we'll go from there. M-Zone doesn't trade. Okay. So assuming then you are a forex trader primarily, M-Zone. What are you trading at the moment? What's your go-to pairs? Maybe we can jump on and do some analysis on those.
Yeah. If there's any crypto charts, like Chris said, just drop them in and we'll analyze it.
Yeah, we'll jump on and we'll have a look at them.
Yeah. Have you got any cryptos on your watch list, Chris?
No. I just again, it's just like it's another thing to pay attention to. I've just added in the DAX, haven't I?
Yeah, fair enough.
How are you getting on with that, by the way? Yeah, M-Zone's trading euro. Okay, good man. Man after our, me and Diego are solid euro traders. The one. It's the one.
Yeah. And our Lawrence is active. Just buy and hold for the crypto season. Some also looking juicy for a pump. Awesome. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to be in crypto. If you're when you take a payout, you can leave it in your savings account, leave it in a wallet, or you can just put the money in crypto. Let it work for you. You know. Might as well.
A lot of people do that, don't they? They get their prop firm payouts in crypto, right?
Yeah. But a lot of people, they don't really invest in crypto because they're just not. They're not in that space. They're just 100% focused on FX.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's everyone's different, I guess.
Fair. How was your week last week? Did you trade much?
To be fair, I have not traded yet. It's been a few weeks.
Okay.
The markets, I haven't seen anything clear for me, and I've been a little bit under the weather, to be fair, with like COVID and whatnot.
Have you had COVID, have you?
Yeah, but it lasted a while though. It lasted like 2 weeks this time.
Full-blown COVID.
It was my first
day at the moment, aren't they?
What's that?
A lot of people are getting COVID at the moment. Oh, I feel like they're just calling flu COVID now.
Yeah, that's called the flu, to be fair. I had the symptoms, but nothing death-threatening, all that nonsense.
Good. I had a good week last week, to be fair. I had some really good trades last week.
Nice. What did you have?
I can show you actually. I'll show you. I'm very glad. I don't normally go. Do you know what? One of the biggest revelations I've had recently is going to break even is actually very damaging for my trading.
Really?
And yeah. So, for example, let's see if I can find one. Find a situation. For example, this trade. Had I gone to break even after that first push, which is what I would have normally done, I would have been stopped out. I've noticed recently, just doing some kind of like deeper liquidity analysis, is that the break-even points for various trading strategies. So if you look at like multiple trading strategies, you look at the fact that breakout traders would be entering here, smart money traders would be entering here, break and retest traders would be entering here, for example. You have like a communal area where break-evens will normally come in, and that's normally like the average in between. You'll notice that price will very, very commonly come back and test that level before the
8 times out of 10. There's always a break-even stop on. I never put my trade on break-even. I've got a very strict rule for that as well.
Have you? To explain the reason why I did on this trade, and that's just logically it's played out to my advantage this time round, is because DXY had just taken a liquidity point, which is actually also the Asia high from yesterday. So it made sense for me to expect some kind of pullback, which is why on this trade, annoyingly, as you can see, we're very close to our first take profit. That would have been a 2% trade to start the week off, right? That being said, we might get a sell. We might get a sell-off from here. So if we can get some structure to come into the marketplace like this, then we can get a sell from here, and then hopefully we can get in on a second entry, and it looks like that might be setting up at the moment. But yeah, one of my biggest revelations recently, I've been doing a load of testing, and I've just worked out that going to break even costs me more money than it actually saves me. I would rather take the odd loss every now and again rather than go to break even and lose. But Euro's been fantastic recently, as you can see. It's just I traded 7 times last week, and I won 6 of those trades.
Oh wow, that's massive.
Yeah, really, really good. You can see most of the positions here. This one kept me safe. I come out, most of my position comes out at 2%, which keeps me safe. This one here, we got about 5% off in the end. This one here, that was a lovely trade. It was 14. It ran to 14R in the end. I took most of my profit off at about 9, but as you can see, it just ran forever. It's just been such a lovely market. Euro USD is one of those ones where from time to time it can be a little bit difficult to trade, can't it? It can be a little bit.
Yeah, but then there's times when it shows the opportunity for a few days, a few weeks.
Yeah. And for me, my setup's been playing perfectly because I did a load of analysis recently that if you jump onto the daily chart, and you don't have to do this because I've done it for you guys, but you jump onto the daily chart, you'll see that every time there's a bearish candle, the chance of there being a bearish candle the next day is about 65%. I've done the maths on it and I've worked it out. It's about 65% chance that the next candle is also going to be bearish. So with that in mind, every day I come into the market, I check the previous daily candle. If it's bearish, then I'm expecting a bearish day. I then line up my 4-hour ranges. I then looking for my 15-minute liquidity points. Once I get a liquidity sweat, I'm looking for a setup, and then I just go from there. And it's just been beautiful lately. Every single trade just coming in and in. I'm averaging now, since the start of September, I'm averaging a 75% win rate, which is just mind blowing. It's just incredible. Like, I'm hyper selective these days. I'm not like getting into trades and trading counter trend much anymore.
Yeah,
I have to have real, like, if I've got my daily bearish, if I've got my 4-hour
bearish,
exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, to trade that bullish, then it doesn't make sense. I'm trading against the current. I'm like a salmon swimming upstream, right? My job's harder. So why not just wait for the price to get higher, wait for that salmon to get upstream, and then trade it falling back down? And that's kind of like my mindset at the moment. And just cutting out those counter trend trade positions, like trying to catch the reversal back up to.
Yeah. That's a good analogy for everyone.
It made a massive difference. But yeah, I had an amazing week in September where I did like 85% win rate, very similar to last week. And I was like, this is amazing, but it's not going to continue. And then since then, just, I don't know what's happened. Just a bit of a light bulb moment, maybe. But a few things have just fallen into place mentally with trading. And win rates are fantastic. Did about 8% last week, all in all.
That's really good, man. That's like, oof, a lot.
Yeah, 8%. Very happy with that. Very happy.
All the back testing that you've done, just behind the scenes, all the hard work, you see how it's coming into fruition now.
Yeah.
You probably never saw results for a few weeks, few months, but then it compounds in the back end, and now look, smashing it.
Yeah. That's it. And and for me, it's something I'm working on with the guys that I work with now, is that getting them to get these processes in place. Everyone can watch a video strategy, right? Everyone can go into a Discord group and see a professional trader making money. Actually putting it into practice is it's difficult, right? And I always use this analogy. If you went online and you went on YouTube and Tiger Woods had produced a how to play golf video course, if you watch that video course, you're not then going to be able to go into the golf course the next week and play golf like Tiger Woods just because you've watched his video course. And you have to understand that trading is exactly the same. And those of you who are watching right now, I'm sure you've all been through video courses, you've been in Discord communities with professional traders. I do that in inverted commas because I've recently found out a lot of very big professional traders are just absolute liars, which is it's just mind-blowing. Some of the people, I'm not going to mention any names, but some of the people,
I've heard some as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, some of the people that you think are professional traders who are making loads of money and are taking money off people for their mentorships, they're either demo trading or they're not making money, and they're just scammers. It's horrendous when you think about it. Anyway, that's another conversation. Let's not get into that. But yeah, I think so many people watch these video courses, they go into these Discord mentorships, and then they have a go. It's like watching that Tiger Woods course and then going to St Andrews in Scotland and having a go at 18 holes. Chances are you're probably going to have a terrible round, right?
Yeah, of course, because you're not getting real experience. No. You gather experience when you're losing, when you're winning, when you're managing a trade. You need the real raw experience. Video is not the real pattern recognition that you're going to get. You need the real experience of seeing, experience the emotions and the lessons from it. It's the only way.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
What are you looking at this week then? Should we do some forecasting? Seeing as everyone's very quiet in the chat today, I am sitting here watching the chat, and you lot are not talking to us. Have we done something wrong? Is there a problem here? What is going on? Because as far as I can see, there's over 100 people in here, and none of you are talking. Do you know what I think? I've realised something recently. I think the number we can see at the top, I think that's how many people have viewed, not how many current viewers there are.
Okay.
It doesn't go down ever. It just always goes up. So I think that's how many people have logged on. So maybe we're not keeping people's attention. Maybe people are coming on being like, I'm not been watching those two idiots. They know nothing.
Yeah, I know. What we need is an attention-seeking industry now. So maybe if we take our top offs and do a little dance, maybe that will grab your attention for a little bit.
Why don't you have a go and see if it works?
Come in.
M-Zone, listening and learning. I love that. Listening and learning. Listening and learning. I love it. I love it.
Get some engagement, get some questions going, everyone. And I'm going to do some analysis. I need to do my analysis anyway. Now that I think this week I'm going to trade.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Right, so here it is, right? Those of you who are watching in the comments right now, okay, fire questions at us. It doesn't have to be about trading. It can be anything, okay? It can be really about anything. Fire questions at us, and we will answer them for you. Whatever they are, we'll play a game of almost like truth or dare, okay? Where whatever gets asked, we have to answer it. We would like them about trading, but you don't have to. It doesn't have to be about trading necessarily. So you guys put in the comments any questions that you have for us, and we can go through them, and then we'll do some forecasts, some analyzing for this week, and we'll see where we are headed. Thought I was going to get another setup on Euro USD, but we're just pushing higher and higher and higher now, which is slightly upsetting. Slightly upsetting. We are technically, though, on a kind of medium time frame. We are technically bullish on 15-minute, though, so that could be why, potentially. That could be why, but there's time yet. There's time yet.
Let's do this. Okay, so time. See your screen, yeah? Yeah, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In terms of Elliott waves, equal highs have been taken out, which is great. That's a good sign. And the H4 chart, this pattern is now too wide.
Yeah, evolved.
1, 2, 3.
So Lawrence has just said nothing too clean on the charts for him at the moment. You can see the DXY climb up a bit more, but also expect a pullback. So just waiting at the moment. Yeah, I think that's not a bad thing. I think sometimes we put too much pressure on the start of the week as well. I think, Lawrence, you strike me as a very patient trader, and if you've obviously been taught by Diego, then that's the reason why. The way that you guys trade, you have to be patient. You have to wait for your Elliott waves to be executed, activated, and it's a good way to learn how to trade. Ultimately, very similar to I look back at myself 24 months ago, and I was just basically just trading lower time frames. I was like using like 5 minute and 1 minute, not really considering other time frames too much. Nowadays, like every day, every time I approach the marketplace now, I don't trade unless my daily is in line with my trade, which is crazy, like thinking the difference. But the results are in it. If the market has that many opportunities all the time where you could just trade the 5 minute and the 1 minute, there'd be a lot more millionaire traders out there. The fact of the matter is that these trade setups, the really golden setups, the A-grade setups, they don't set up that much, which is why it's difficult to be patient for them, right? So,
absolutely.
I think also we come into the marketplace on a Monday and we just expect price to do something for us and give us a good entry. And sometimes Mondays do that, especially since the contract change. How have you found the market since the contracts changed, by the way?
What do you mean the contract changed? The whole,
contracts are satisfied a day early now, aren't they?
It's happening on Mondays, Tuesdays now instead of Wednesdays.
It's crazy. Some Mondays are just ridiculous these days. And like Monday was a day for me that I just never traded. I didn't ever trade.
Oh yeah, I love Mondays now because of that. I used to not trade Mondays and have a long weekend, but now Mondays are normally the low and the high of the week, isn't it? So just
question for you: does your 4 not need to be higher because you haven't hit 3 yet?
Not yet. Yeah, I need to update it. I was going to say changing the colors. So good spot. So let me get into it real quick. Equal highs, as you can see, that's been taken out.
Yeah,
I haven't traded for a few reasons. One, COVID, my mindset is not there. 2, I know that the market is really, really bullish, and I just haven't found a setup. I'm just waiting for an area of a reversal at the moment because I personally believe we're still overall in a bearish market, believe it or not.
Yeah,
but we are in a bearish market.
On the dollar?
Yeah. If you look at the bigger picture, right? One, all of this is 2. I need to update that 4 now. It's going to be here. It's going to be a new one. 1, 2, 3. We're in a 3 wave at the moment.
Okay.
Based on the larger time frame. So bearish in that sense. This current massive wedge on the daily/weekly, we are currently in a 1, 2, 3. It's trying to find a top for 4.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for that because my strength is trading with the trend.
Yeah.
Right. I can also, I mean, there's been good buys here since it was short-term bullish over here. That's fine, but I think there is definitely going to be a top coming up.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. Probably could be short-term, then a new Elliott wave 4, and then another 5. Right, that's definitely on the cards. But I'll be looking at some sells once this major liquidity area gets taken out and it forms the 3 that I'm expecting. On the daily time frame, I'll be buying euro until this trend line gets hit.
Yeah,
that's my game plan. Because it could plummet from here, or it could make a new high.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for price to confirm the liquidity grab over here on October the 23rd, or 23rd of 2023, and I'm just waiting for a little boomerang. Once I've got that, the trend, the trend has changed temporarily to a point where it could either bounce or it could drop.
Yeah,
right, based on this trend line. So there's a very good area for reversal. So I think euro longs is prepping, but it's not ready yet until this gets formed. So if I look at the euro, where is any euro longs? Let me move all this stuff real quick. Euro longs. Hold on. Okay, let me zoom out just to see what's happening. Quickly. Yeah, euro longs makes sense in terms of Elliott waves. It definitely makes sense to me. We've got 1, 2, 3 is targeting this trend line, right? And a major liquidity here. So it's just trying to find liquidity. Now, in terms of patterns, the patterns actually just didn't really play out. To be fair, I had a pattern there, but now there is no pattern. This to me looks too flat, to be fair.
Yeah.
It looks too flat. And when a pattern gets invalidated, what I'll do is I'll just look at any major liquidities on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Such as this. Once that forms, and there is a little liquidity grab, then I'll be waiting for a major shift of structure on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Look for a pullback, and there's my trade right there, if it comes. So something like this, and then that's my trade right there. So it's just a matter of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just buy it towards the trend line. So I think there's going to be a beautiful long coming up soon on the euro. It's just a matter of time. It's just you just have to be a little bit patient. If I look at the current pattern, the current Elliott waves, I think this is playing out, or it's played out. I don't know. Let me just double check something. Yeah, this is kind of done now, to be fair. It's overextended where it should have reversed from. So this pattern just flopped. Let me just see something real quick.
You class that as a dead pattern now, basically.
It's a dead pattern, yeah. Because let me go to the imbalance. So if I just go from Elliott wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be somewhere down there. So from trend line to trend line, maybe not. Let me see. Is that a dead pattern? Yeah, it's a dead pattern. So the stop loss got activated, basically.
Okay.
So that pattern's done. So there's nothing I can do. But the only thing I can do is think in terms of probability. So the probability for me is wait for this major liquidity to get taken out. Potentially this one, but I'm not going to entertain this one. I'll rather look at the major liquidity. Now, Exactly. So I'll be looking for that. Plan B is I'm prepared that maybe this liquidity is enough and it could go long. But my game plan for that is I'll just look at the Elliott waves since they get updated. The same way that, you know, all the blocks, they get updated, they become previous resistance basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would wait for Elliott wave 4 to get taken out.
Yeah.
And then I'll just repeat the process and I'll be looking at this 5 becomes my 2. 3 would be 1, 2, 3. This 4 would come up here.
Yeah.
So it'll be something like this along the lines. Once 4 breaks the old 4, that becomes the new 1. Right? So all of this is 1, 2, 3. Obviously, the liquidity on the left. Now, for me, this will be a trend reversal based on this schematic if this plan is not fulfilled.
Yeah.
So I've got my game plan already. This is what I'm waiting for. More or less something like this, or confirmation. So a confirmation down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Applying this in concept, but I need to wait for the Elliott waves. I need to wait for the patterns. I need to wait for liquidity sweeps, and all the other SMC stuff. But for me, the main priority is the Elliott waves and the liquidity. Once that's done, then I'll just ride it towards this unfilled liquidity here in confluence with the trend line. That's going to be the new Elliott wave 4.
Yeah, makes sense.
Essentially, the 4 was actually back here, but there's going to be an update. That's what I've got. Right? I'm waiting for that. So I'm happy just not trading. I think I don't think the longs are ready. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So that's my game plan.
Wait and see. Right, guys, we got 5 minutes left, so I want you, whoever's watching right now, just to post a random chart in the comments. So we want your chart: UJ, GJ, EJ, USD, whatever you want. So whoever's watching right now, first one to post forex pair in the chat. I will do.
Or a crypto pair.
Say again.
Or a crypto pair. That's what that.
Or a crypto pair. Yeah, crypto pair. You know, the short version of whatever crypto pair you're looking at is it that it's going long. Yeah, whoever's watching right now, and I know that there's some of you watching. If there's no one watching, then we've got a big problem, okay? But from what I can see, there's a few of you watching right now. There we go. We've done Euro. Give us another one. Give us another one. Right, quick, fire it in there. Give us another one. I'm gonna go on my charts right now.
Well, you're not watching my chart, M Zone.
We just literally looked at it. Right, that's the dollar. Dollar looks like it's going short today, at least. It's like stuck in a bit of a range. So I was hoping I was going to get another entry out of here. But yeah, it hasn't ultimately happened. No. Well, that's probably me done for the day, to be fair. One break even, we're fine with that.
No, that's fair enough now.
Right. Gold, right, okay, gold. Right, let's have a look then. Gold. Right, so we'll do a quick analysis. Come on. Gold. Let's have a look then. So we're starting from the daily. We are, well, very bullish day today, but we are obviously very much bearish on gold. Now, gold is a bit of a law into itself. You may have noticed if you trade gold for a while, is that it will have these moments where it will just grab liquidity and then randomly reverse. So you can't predict where gold is going to reverse from. It typically is quite heavily loaded in these random moves, which is why I tell all of my traders, if you want to trade profitably, do not trade gold in the early days. It is the most difficult forex pair to trade, and it just doesn't follow the confines of a standard trading pair or standard forex pair. There are definitely easier pairs to trade than gold. Would you agree, Diego?
100%, 100%. I struggle with gold, but there is also traders that smash it with gold.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. I think the traders that actually make money with gold, they don't actually trade anything else. And I think the reason why that is that they've just learned what works on gold, and therefore they just follow it religiously.
Exactly.
So this is where I would be a bit confused on gold right now. So that I know that we're in a bit of a bullish gold run right now. We're obviously at all-time highs, and this is just a very, very high time frame, very high time frame, false break of structure. So a false break will always leave behind a trap for me. So my expectation is new all-time highs. So with that in mind, I need to get my time frames lining up. So right now, obviously, I'm heavily bearish. My 4 hour is also bearish. So I can't actually take any longs yet. And if I were to take any trades on this, then I can only be trading short right now. My 15-minute, however, is also bullish. So we're in this higher time frame 4 hour range, but this is my 15-minute structure, okay, which has given us our first break here, first break, and then our true break up here. Okay, so that second break of structure confirms the bearish momentum, confirms the bullish momentum. So for me, this is now a bullish marketplace on the 15-minute within a bearish higher time frame narrative. Therefore confused, therefore not something I want to be jumping into. If I was to be taking a trade, I would therefore only be trading this long right now, and I'd need to see some sort of liquidity being swept. So for me, I'm on my 15-minute. I'm then looking at significant liquidity points that we could have a look at. We mark them on, and I would need a sweep of one of these liquidity points would then get me into a trade as long as I got the setup from it. So long story short, I can't take any positions right now. Now on the higher time frame, if we go back to our 4 hour, this could be a reversal. And this, like I said, gold has a habit of doing this. This could be the area that we now get a reversal. However, in order for that to happen, we need our first break, then a pullback, then our true break, and then we can start looking at entries, maybe from a liquidity point, and then getting into positions like this to go long. Before that can happen, we need a first break and we need a true break. Okay, we need those two things. This is the 4 hour time frame. We need those two things. So for me to assume a bullish bias, I need a lot more development. And what's likely to happen is that I'm probably going to have a better chance at getting wins out of sell setups right now before we have that true break. Okay, so right now we could be setting up for a reversal. We absolutely could be setting up for a reversal, but in order for me to trade that reversal, I need development. Therefore, for now, I just be trading this marketplace short. If we do come up and we take out this external liquidity level up here, which is the high of that 4 hour range, then that for me would be a pretty nice setup. Something like this, nice 15-minute shift, then a sweep, and then we can sell that back down. Okay, and hopefully we get lower prices. The higher time frame narrative shows us that we should be creating new lows, and therefore we must assume that we should be creating another new low. Okay, I can't assume anything else because the market is only showing me bearish. I'm relaxed. Done. Gold. There we go. Right, so look, guys, it's been a lovely session. Thank you, M-Zone, for being here and interacting with us. We really, really appreciate it. Make sure you come and join us next week. It'd be great to have you on the show again. Come loaded with some questions for us. We'll always answer them. As you can see, for M-Zone and Lawrence, it's been like your personal trading session. So any questions from you guys is always welcome. Lawrence, once again, thank you for being an awesome dude. Thank you for being here and asking questions and interacting with us. We really appreciate it. All right. No, thank you, M-Zone. Thank you. Thank you, my dude.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
you guys made it. Yeah, you made the live stream engageable and fun.
That's it. That's it. There you go. I hope you have a lovely week.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, you too.
I want to see some trades from you next week. I want to see some executions being done.
Good willing. Hopefully there's trades
okay.
hopefully.
All right. Nice man. All right. I'll see you next week.
All right, then take care, man. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.